Hello everyone, this is TTOR. I will be hosting a live show on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to join the show, bring a working microphone and either a webcam or an avatar. The link to the room will be in the live chat of the streaming locations that the live stream will be streaming to. God bless. Hello there everyone! If you're watching this video, then you are part of the TTOR Army, an army that is building itself up one subscriber at a time. Now, before we get into the topic of today's video, I'd like to talk to you for a minute about YouTube censorship. YouTube censorship has been going on since at least 2015, if not longer, and all of the YouTube alternatives that have sprung up since 2017 are more important than ever. But there are two YouTube alternatives in particular that, if you're a fan of my content but you don't like watching me on YouTube, you should subscribe to me on these two particular YouTube alternatives. The first one being Rumble, which you can see here on screen. Rumble is owned by Donald Trump's media company, making it Donald Trump's YouTube alternative. And there are millions upon millions upon millions of people who are using Rumble every single month. There's lots of huge channels on Rumble, and there's enough of a native audience on Rumble that even someone like me was able to build up over 100 subscribers and get pretty good views on his videos from the ground up. So, very happy with the way things are going on Rumble. I also live stream to Rumble every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, whether it be the God TV radio podcast or the TTOR show. I do both of those every other week. And Rumble is a place where you can watch those shows live. Also, Rumble as a website is way more free speech than YouTube is. There are certain topics on YouTube that if you talk about them, will get your channel banned or individual videos of yours banned. Whereas on Rumble, you can talk about those same topics to your heart's content with no censorship or punishment of any kind. So, if you're a fan of my content and you want to see me on a growing YouTube alternative that has the potential long-term to give me a bigger audience than I have ever had on YouTube, I would encourage you to subscribe to my Rumble channel and check out my videos here. There's also my Quarter channel, which you can see here on screen. Quarter is a YouTube alternative, an open source alt-tech YouTube alternative that I founded in May of 2022. It has all the things you would expect to see. You got full HD video upload capacity, including 4K. You have live streaming, free restreaming, public playlists, easy to use, comment moderation system, but you also have things that you don't get on YouTube, such as articles where you can embed videos from virtually any website on the internet into your posts. You can post pictures instead of videos if you want. You can post audio files instead of videos if you want. There's also video chat rooms that you can create on Quarter and video chat with people. You can even live stream to your channel from these rooms. And there's Quarter Bucks, which is an insight currency that you earn by getting views on videos. And if you get enough Quarter Bucks built up, you can promote your individual videos or your entire channel on the front page of Quarter. And in terms of freedom of speech, Quarter is so free speech, it's even more free speech than Rumble is. So if you want a true free speech site that is run by a content creator like me, who is like you, a small guy trying to have his freedom of speech on the internet, then I would encourage you to join Quarter and create a channel here and post your content here, and let's grow Quarter together. Now that you know about my Rumble and Quarter channels, let's talk about the topic of today's video, which is how the Democrats of Oregon tried to get a bill passed that would have prohibited school boards from banning all of the nasty pornographic books from our schools that are being forced on our children through the school system. Now, how did I even find out about this in the first place? Well, on February 29th, Libs of TikTok posted the following. Democrats in Oregon are pushing SB 1583. The bill would take away power from school boards to remove inappropriate books and would silence parents' objections to certain books. This is how desperate they are to give your kids porn in school. Be sure to let the sponsors of SB 1583 know how you feel about their plan. And then Libs of TikTok provides the emails for all the different politicians who sponsored Senate Bill 1583. And then she has a screenshot of the bill. Then I found out 2 days earlier from OPB an article titled, Oregon Senate Approves Bill to Ban Book Bans. And Senate Bill 1583 would block school districts from withholding access to books for discriminatory reasons. It passed on a party line vote. A proposal to stymie the trend of books being banned from school libraries passed out of the Oregon Senate on Tuesday despite urging by Republicans to put the matter off until next year. Senate Bill 1583, one of the more contentious issues to emerge in a 5-week legislative session where both parties are largely looking to tackle issues they agree upon, passed the chamber on a 17-12 party line vote. It now moves to the House. The bill would block school boards and other school officials from removing or refusing to offer library books or textbooks simply because they contain the perspective of or are written by members of protected classes that can include people of color, the LGBTQ people, religious minorities, and more. And of course, more means the pedos. The bill was introduced this year by State Senator Lou Frederick, Democrat from Portland, in response to a rise in school books being challenged by parents around the country. Frederick says the proposal builds off of existing laws banning discrimination in schools and that it doesn't block districts from pulling books that are not age appropriate for students. See, the problem with that is all the books that parents are pressuring school boards to remove across the country, they are all books that contain literal pornographic content, and they're trying to shovel these books to kids. Obviously, these books are not age appropriate, and that's kind of the whole point of all these parents going to school boards and causing such a ruckus. And the bill you're trying to pass is basically a law that says that a school board cannot remove such nasty books from their school, regardless of what the parents feel and think about it. This bill, if it had passed, would have basically been a huge weapon in the quiver of all the pedos. Now, why did I say if this bill passed? Well, a couple weeks ago, this month, we saw a post by the Oregon GOP that said, SB 1583 is dead. Thank you to everyone who testified for local control and the protection of the innocence of children. And they quote tweeted a congressman named Real Deal, who said SB 1583, a direct attack on local control of our schools, on the rights of parents, and on the dignity of children, is officially dead. So this bill passed the Senate, but died in the Oregon House legislature. So this bill did not pass, thank God. But make no mistake, ladies and germs, the Oregon Democrats will try to bring this back around again in the future when they feel like the heat has died down. Because you see, these political parties in our country, especially the Democrats, they're run by pedos and other kinds of nasty degenerates, and they literally want to groom your children with nasty porno books in order to desensitize them to all the degeneracy and to think it's normal to have an adult engage in sex with them. Or at the bare minimum, it puts it in their brain that all the degeneracy that the left promotes is A-okay. These people are disgusting and nasty and have no business being anywhere near children, much less controlling what children are allowed to read and see in schools. So make no mistake, even though this battle has been won on the side of good, The war is not over yet. The Democrats of Oregon will eventually come back around and try to pass a similar bill to SB 1583 in the future. It's going to happen eventually, mark my words.